He's not running from the police. He's running from himself. In a quiet mall in Omaha, a man named Gene Takovich watches the security monitors. His mustache is fake. His voice is softer. His suits are gone.
You got me mixed up with someone. My name is Takovich. Gene Takovich.
But the eyes are the same. Years earlier, he was Saul Goodman, the loudest lawyer in Albuquerque.
Better call Saul! Better call Saul! Better call Saul!
Saul Goodman, attorney at law, 505.
Flashy suits, Constitution wallpaper, criminal clients lined up out the door. And before that, he was Jimmy McGill.
I'm Jimmy. James McGill, solo practitioner.
A man who wanted to be good. So how does someone go from idealistic public defender to the legal architect of a meth empire? This isn't just the story of a crooked lawyer from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. It's the story of rationalization, of identity, of how a man can be both right and wrong at the same time. Before the billboards and late-night commercials, there was Jimmy McGill, small-time con artist in Cicero, nickname Slippin' Jimmy.
They called him Slippin' Jimmy, and everybody wanted to be his friend.
He ran scams for fun, for survival, for attention.
You are so beautiful!
But Jimmy wasn't a villain. Not at first. He wanted approval, especially from his older brother Chuck, a brilliant attorney who believed the law was sacred. Jimmy worked in the mailroom, studied at night, passed the bar, earned his license the hard way. He wanted legitimacy. He wanted to matter. But Chuck never believed he changed. To Chuck, Jimmy wasn't a struggling underdog. He was a chimp with a machine gun.
I know what you were, what you are. People don't change. You're Slippin' Jimmy. And Slippin' Jimmy I can handle just fine, but Slippin' Jimmy with a law degree is like a chimp with a machine gun.
And here's where psychology begins to matter. When someone you love locks you into a past identity, it becomes easier to live up to it.
His hands out of the cash drawer. But not our Jimmy. Couldn't be precious Jimmy. Stealing them blind. And he gets to be a lawyer? What a sick joke.
Rejection doesn't just hurt, it reshapes behaviour. Jimmy tries to practice law ethically, public defender work, elder law clients, long hours for little pay, but every time he plays it straight, the system pushes back. Big firms close doors. Chuck undermines him. Legitimacy feels unattainable.
The case is all we want.
You gotta be. You're serious?
So Jimmy adapts. He leans into charisma, into shortcuts, into manipulation. He creates a new persona, Saul Goodman.
I'm Saul Goodman.
The name itself is a joke. It's all good, man.
It's all good, man.
But psychologically, it's armor. Saul isn't insecure. Saul isn't rejected. Saul wins.
Do that. Remember, the winner takes it all.
And when Walter White walks into his office, Saul sees opportunity, not danger.
DB Cooper? Joking.
Where others see a meth manufacturer, Saul sees leverage, income, power, protection from feeling small again. Saul doesn't see himself as evil. That's the key. He sees himself as practical. He tells himself, I'm just the lawyer. I don't pull the trigger. I help people navigate a broken system. This is moral disengagement, a psychological process where people separate their actions from their consequences. By reframing wrongdoing as necessity, Saul preserves his self-image. He's not hurting anyone directly, he's surviving. But each compromise lowers the threshold for the next. Fraud becomes routine, money laundering becomes logistics, threats become strategy. And over time, the persona consumes the person. Jimmy becomes the mask, Saul becomes the default.
I'm like a god in human clothing. Lightning bolts shoot from my fingertips.
In the end, Saul doesn't die, he disappears. Under a vacuum repair alias,
I need a new dust filter for my Hoover Max Extract Pressure Pro Model 60. Can you help me with that?
he becomes Gene Takovich in Omaha. Black and white world, muted, small. He got what he always wanted, survival. But without audience, without applause. Here's the psychological cost. When identity is built on performance, silence feels like suffocation.
Oh, yes, an ambulance, that's a good idea.
Gene watches old commercials of himself. Smiles fade. He isn't afraid of prison as much as irrelevance. So he slips again, runs small scams, tests the edge. Not because he needs money, because he needs to feel like Saul. Addiction isn't always to substances. Sometimes it's to persona. In the final courtroom scene of Better Call Saul, something shifts. Saul negotiates a reduced sentence. Brilliantly, 7 years.
7.5 years.
He plays the system perfectly. Then he confesses.
I was indispensable. I kept Walter White out of jail. I laundered his money, I lied for him, I conspired with him, and I made millions. Fact is, Walter White couldn't have done it without me.
Not strategically, not theatrically. Honestly, he reclaims the name Jimmy McGill. Why? Because for the first time, the performance stops serving him. He chooses responsibility over escape. Psychologically, this is identity integration. Owning both the con artist and the lawyer, both the victim and the manipulator. For years, Jimmy blamed Chuck, blamed the system, blamed circumstance. In the end, he accepts agency, and agency is heavier than prison. Saul's story resonates because it mirrors something uncomfortable. Most people don't wake up planning to become corrupt. They justify small steps. They adapt. They say, just this once. They tell themselves they're different from the worst examples. Moral erosion is gradual. Identity is negotiable. And when someone feels unseen, underestimated, or locked into a negative label, rebellion becomes seductive. Jimmy didn't become Saul because he was purely evil. He became Saul because Saul worked. The world rewarded it, until it didn't. Saul Goodman was a criminal lawyer, but he was also a man who wanted respect. He was manipulative, but he was loyal. He enabled violence, but he also protected people when he could. He was both right and wrong, and that's what makes him dangerous. Not because he lacked intelligence, but because he knew exactly how to explain his choices to himself.
I know from the outside this looks like just another scam, but we're making a real difference. Trust me. We're doing the Lord's work here.
So here's the question. If the world kept telling you who you were long enough, would you fight it or would you become it? And more importantly, at what point does survival stop being an excuse and start being a choice?